Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Eluding the pressure. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Darius Leonard.
We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
Now this throw caught left side. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
To Darius Slayton.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
On first, they go right back to Hunt. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45.
He was brought down.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover him. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. This is Hunt. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
They'll try to run with Hunt, and he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. Kareem Hunt, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Cardinals will extend their lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. Touchdown, Washington. CeeDee Lamb, his first touchdown of the new season. And Washington able to make this a close game again. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talking about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. Kareem Hunt and the rest of the offense making their way back out there. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Tackle made at his 48-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Now this pass brought in by Brown. And he'll be brought down with the first down after a gain of about 11, as that takes us to the 2-minute warning.
First down, Raiders.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
A gain of
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
The 36-yard line.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. 22-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
First down.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes.
Pass interference. Defense.
Well, Antonio Brown can wreak havoc in so many ways. Here he's able to cause a PI penalty.
He runs the defensive backs with such speed and power. I think panic on their end, and a lot of times they just reach out and grab him, and that's the result there, a pass interference call.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
He was defended by Jalen Ramsey.
Flush to his right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Intercepted. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Following the interception, Cousins. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Cousins on first down. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Throwing, Cousins. He'll get this to Connor underneath. That catch good for only a couple. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing again on 2nd down. Cousins. Open man. He's got him. The tight end, Hockenson. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. So we have reached halftime. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime.
1st and 10 at the 30.
The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 19.
So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure.
And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. Jeffrey Simmons able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And that's the 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So it would appear they will not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive of the 2nd half.
Yeah, if another touchdown was scored there, now we're talking about a 2-score game, and they're probably on their way of creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one?
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. The drive will start with Connor. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Right back to Connor here on 1st. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Now Cousins here on the bootleg. That's complete to his running back, Connor. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Connor. And a short gain down to about the 33. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. On 2nd and 9, Cousins. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Darnell Mooney, 28 yards. And Washington now at a point away from tying this thing up. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and completion of the play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Kareem Hunt and the rest of the offense making their way back out there. And there are the numbers. Got off to that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for maybe a career day. Not the case.
No doubt about it. It almost looks like a misprint after what we saw in the 1st half. But let's give a little bit of credit to the guys on our side of the ball. They went in at halftime, made a few adjustments, and you know what else? They didn't lose their confidence in their ability to play. Because a lot of times you get beat down in the 1st half, it gets ugly in the 2nd half. They've come out with a new resolve and a renewed determination.
Second and 9 now. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line.
Antonio Brown.
A big-time play there by the Cardinals. 45 yards. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you? They'll run again with Hunt. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4. Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Flushed out right. Strong coverage by Washington. And now 4th down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion, and defensively pure frustration. He's got it, and he will take it in for the touchdown. Darius Slayton, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, and the Cardinals have broken the tie.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash and give us some really funny lines, but the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. They start with a give to Connor. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
At the 22
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Throwing his Cousins. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Washington.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 39-yard line.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. Catch is made by Hawkinson, the tight end. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll try and run for it with Connor. And he's got some space here. The 30. 10. Touchdown, Washington. James Conner, 55 yards. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up.
For the point after.
Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on 3rd down, doesn't matter how far they need for a 1st down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, pick up the 1st down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything, all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
8 yards to go.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The quick slant, good for a 1st down, a gain of 12.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 45-yard line.
They run again with Hunt, and this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
At the 47-yard line. It's a gain of 2 yards. And
they'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Quick slant to Brown. Past the 20, 10, and he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. Antonio Brown, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Cardinals have taken the lead. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Will take over 1st and 10.
Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Washington on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. And this will be caught by Mooney. Breaks the tackle. Now an alley. And all the way down to the 26. It's a big play there for Washington on 3rd down. 43 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. He'll get that one complete to Connor. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in his performance.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Now it's Connor, and he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Taken down behind.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
Makes the score Cardinals 27.
So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
At their own 25-yard line.
Kareem Hunt and the rest of the offense making their way back out there. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 16 at the 19-yard line.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That's complete to his receiver, Ayuk. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On first down, Hunt. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On play action, they'll throw. And he's got the hook up to Ruggs. Touchdown, Cardinals. Henry Ruggs, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
At their own 25-yard.
Now we get another look at Washington on offense. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Khalil Mack able to record his 5th sack of the season. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Gain of 10. Brings up 3rd and 7.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it, and they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Brandon Ayuk there to make the grab. And the Cardinals turning that interception into a touchdown. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the 4th quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like 4th quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
Only had a couple of yards to gain there on the 2-point conversion, and they were able to do it.
And how many teams shy away from running the football in the 2-point conversion? They treat 2 yards as if it were 20. If you're a good team running the ball, go to your strength. Go ahead and push it into the end zone.
Yeah, they did. It worked. Here comes Kirk Cousins now to lead his offense back out there. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one. But let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory, like you said, but they can maybe take something positive out of this one. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Cousins, throw left side complete. It's Connor. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. Well, they try to swing it on left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
That's complete to Mooney. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a 1st down to boot. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And he will find his big tight end over the middle. A gain there of 21 yards. Over the middle, complete. That's Connor. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
It's a gain of 5.
To throw again on second down. Cousins, you got the big lead defender. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. From the gun, here's Cousins. And that is incomplete. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for him because it is a team game, right? And let's be honest, though. The defense did them no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense is going to be a real tough one for them. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise.
He's going to let it fly. And this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll start with Hunt on the ground. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And this one is incomplete. Cole Kmet, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
And that is incomplete.
Had an open man that time. We ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Here comes the Cardinals punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. They'll look at Washington as they come onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just live here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down.
Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. After the sack on 1st down, Cousins. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Cousins from the gun on 3rd. And he finds McLaurin. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Good for a Washington.
A big offensive explosion help leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for our visitors, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Jacksonville to take on the Jaguars. Meanwhile, for Washington, they will fall to 1-1. And they will be at home next week to take on the New York Giants. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.